Miata.
Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at doing the extended studs on the car. I got the front ones, the rear ones are in the mail. They should be here this week, so I'll be able to film that and put it in this video. Things have been good, diff has been fun. Let's get to it. So first thing you're going to want to do is take off your brake caliper, the bracket, whatever you want to call this. I don't know what it's called, can't remember. The bracket that the caliper bolts into. Take your rotor off to expose the studs. So as you can see, here's our hub, and behind here is the wheel bearing for all you folks. So what we're going to do is we're going to press these up the back. So Miatas are super nice. There's nothing behind here that really gets in the way. So what I do is I take an old wheel nut, thread it on there, get your handy dandy smack stick, beat away. Try and press that stud at the back. One down, three to go. As you can see, it's super effective. Today we're working with ARP studs. These are the part number is 1007719. Yeah, 1007719. It says Mazda Miata front rear 90 to 93 front. So basically on any Miata, they work on front and rear. So that's what we got to deal with. So I've got the 100-7720. Those work on the rears. So we're going to install these on the fronts. I've got my package opened up. So there you go. On an ARP stud versus the stock stud. Now, gotta find a spot where you can slide these in. Sometimes it's a bit tricky because they are so long. Let me check something. Let me do that. Let's push that in. And that gives us enough room. So now for this part, they essentially need to be pulled back through the hub. So I've got an open-ended nut here just from an old spacer or something. So it's just a little acorn nut. It's probably not the best way to do it. Like you can probably get these like pressed in if you want to take the hub to a shop. If you don't have that, you can do this. You can probably put it in a vise, you know, something like that. But my vise is wimpy. I don't want to take the hub off because I just put them on. So I'm going to see if this works. So don't judge me, but I'm using an impact with a silver socket. So these nuts are super soft, so you might go through a couple of them, but the ARP studs are much harder material than something like this. So if it's a little stiff and like feels like it's kind of cross-thready coming off, this is probably the issue, not the stud. So that went on okay. Takes a bit of time. My impact also isn't the most powerful, but it worked, so let's do the others. So now they're all pressed in. That was the hard part. Just gonna put a little bit of anti-seize, just kind of lightly coat them, just because you never know. I'm also doing the brakes and the rotors at the same time. So I'm just gonna coat the back of the hub. There's life without anti-seize. There's no life at all. So I got my new rotor to go on. Make sure you clean your brakes off. Well, kind of disappointed. These are the old pads. These are the new pads. As you can see, they look to be the same. So you hold them up against each other, and they are not the same. So either these aren't sport brakes, and I got hosed, or I ordered the wrong ones. I'm really not sure. So now I've got 15mm spacers. They were bolt-on style with the studs pushed through the back. However, that doesn't work with my wheels because the studs would be too long. So I pressed the studs out, or hammered them out just like I did this. And flip them over like that. Now we're good to run spacers without having issues. So press that wheel on. There, see, we have plenty of room now, plenty of thread for the lug nuts. So that's why you run extended studs when you're running spacers that aren't bolt-on. You don't want to run out of stud. So now we've got a little bit more aggressive wheel fitment in the front. And then in the rear, I'll do the same.
Day 2.
So this is day 2, and before I finished up last time, I actually raised the front. So I raised the fronts and I raised the fronts and I lowered the rears. So that's how it is in the front. That's how it is in the rear. So I kind of like this. I might drop it a little lower in the rear, just because I kind of want it just to be even all the way around. Now that I have the same tire size, you can really tell the difference that the rear was way higher. So I'm going to put the rear studs in today, and should be able to lower that rear just a little bit more. But I think I'm going to leave the fronts. I like the way that looks. Done! Hey, it's off, and there's music playing now. Done. So I ended up getting these on eBay for like the same price as I'd buy them in town, but I got 2 packages, so it was like $50 for 2 of them. So now you can kind of see there's a slot on each one of them, and that allows it to slide into the back. So look at that. That's perfect. I found a really decent technique, so I actually got a different nut because this one's like hardened steel instead of that stuff that falls apart, and a socket, and it fits right over. And then this goes on there. And I can't hold it because I'm only using one hand, but as you can see, oh, no, you can't see. It snugged it in. So this works way better, and it puts way more force on it. So stoked. I'm gonna do all these and finish this side up, and then lower it down. Spacers in behind there, extended studs, and now the best part. I can fit my center caps now. Woohoo! Okay, so it's all finished up now. Both sides are all put back together. Lowered it down just a little bit, and there's the fitment. So it's pretty pokey right now, to be honest, because it doesn't have any camber in the rear. So if you can look, it's not really a whole lot. So it's going in for an alignment next week. So hopefully I can run like 1.5 degrees. I think I'm gonna run 1.7 in the rear and 2 up front. So that will camber this out just a little bit. Oh man, and toe is all over the place. So as you can see, it's toe in like crazy. I think, looks like it at least. Running way too much camber. I have the 15s on, and it fits under the fender. However, that's with a lot of camber. I don't think I'm going to be running that much. That's definitely more than 2 degrees. However, the fitment looks great. Like, I'm really happy with the way this looks. Like getting a little bit of tire poking out in the rear. Just looks really good. Thanks for checking out another video. I hope you guys found this interesting and useful. If not, thanks for watching. Either way, really happy to see where this car, Subaru, really happy to see how this car is progressing. I can't wait to get the supercharger set up, mocked up, installed. Oh, I got parts for that. This is my new supercharger core. So I waited for this a couple weeks. So this will be a air to water cooler for the supercharger. So super stoked that came in. Should be a nice addition. Tucked nicely underneath that front bumper. Stoked. I've got that supercharger down there that I'm gonna be taking to a buddy pretty soon. We're gonna cut it, make it fit, hopefully get some boost pretty soon. So, all right guys, thanks for watching. Tune back for the next one. Hopefully we'll be making some power. Maybe, we'll see. Peace.